Hey, happy Tuesday, happy book review day. Today's book is The Cannibal's Guide to Ethical Eating by Mykle Hansen. This is a book that was actually recommended to me by um, somebody. I appeared on their podcast, and it's a book that she enjoyed and suggested that I might like reading it as well. So I did, and it's an interesting book. I mean, the basic premise is that there is, the narrator, the person telling all the story, is committed to cannibalism, but they only eat millionaires, and so there's this ongoing, dialogue and conversation about wealth and privilege and all of these things, and but the basic setup is they're being busted and people have found out what they're doing, and so there are these attacks that are happening. They're under a lot of duress, and the narrator is essentially talking to a food critic that he has brought on board his ship to kind of tell his story to and to get this review and whatever. And it's gory at times. It's a little silly, but obviously, like the metaphor of eating the rich is kind of interesting, and that idea of like when you achieve so much that there's nothing, no thrill potentially or whatever. I remember there was another, I think, short story called "The Most Dangerous Game," maybe, and the idea was that they brought people onto an island and then they hunted men, and so instead of hunting wild animals or hunting people, and similar kind of idea. Maybe a little more tongue-in-cheek at times. There's lots of stuff in here about food and art. There's lots of discussions about classism and, like I said, privilege. And I don't know, it kind of fits for me the kind of like Dostoevsky Notes from Underground. It's kind of in that, like, not quite madman kind of style, but sort of in that first person kind of unhinged kind of storyteller mode. I don't know, it's very different. So if you're looking for something different and definitely off the beaten path, I would say The Cannibal's Guide to Ethical Eating by Mykle Hansen. What are you reading?